Welcome to episode number 34 of the OpTic podcast. We broke a mic, which is why we're only going to have 3 guests today. Jay, you know to speak into the mic, so I'm not going to tell you. I was like,
this is my first podcast.
My co-host Bo stays going like this when he's talking to other people. Like, no, come on, man. No, just look. I'm pivoting, and I'm still right in front of this. I mean, I teach him every single time. Anyway, we have a lot to cover. Mainly the Dallas move. Mm-hmm. You know, it's good. We came out of nowhere. Well, the thing with that is that we didn't really come out of nowhere and say that. We've been teasing it for over a year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people were telling me in my vlog many times that stop talking about moving out of Chicago. We know you want to move. We know you hate the winter. We know, just shut the fuck up and move if you're gonna move. So we'll talk about that. We do have Vision next week is gonna be crazy
and late. I had to say it, man.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That's sounding good.
I've
been popping off a little bit today, huh?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's start. Since we're on that topic of banter between teams, let's start out. What do we have planned for next year in World War II in the minor league gaming?
Ooh. All I know is that Team Summertime's definitely going to go undefeated, not only in the game but also the trash talk aspect of things. Like nobody has like the chemistry that the three of us have, and then
how long have you known your team for?
I met Blake freshman year of high school, and then started playing.
So like last year.
So started playing games. I started playing Modern Warfare 2 sophomore year of high school with the both.
Was that your first Call of Duty?
That was my first Call of Duty.
Okay. Well, obviously we know it's Call of Duty too. So all right. So you met him in high school. How did you guys? Because it's so weird, right? Because How do you, when you're friends, right? For example, I transport myself all the way back to 1996. All right, when me and my friends, who are still my friends to this day, play basketball every single day, play sports every single day. That was our thing. Like we on a Saturday I would be out of the house at 6 a.m. We would go to our first basketball league, play there. From there we would go to the pool to clean up. To wash the sweat off, and then we would go play again, like because with chlorine, when you have a chlorine pasted body, you know how it comes. You guys are fair skinned or Caucasian, so you guys don't know about the ashy life.
That is true.
To all my ashy Larrys out there,
we could maybe it just blends in a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, so like sweating was kind of weirder because you didn't really sweat because you were dry already. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. We would play all. At what point? How did you get to be like, yo, let's play this video game together? You from your house, me from my house, and it's Call of Duty. How did you? I never know how that works.
Like as far as like chill, like how did it happen with you? Like,
it was me telling my brothers like, yo, play this game. And then he started playing. Then we started playing together. And then eventually
you met other people online.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I met Blake through high school soccer, and then Blake and I played on the high school soccer. Are you good?
Yeah. I just saw.
What was that?
It was a water gun. We're being pranked for a video.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Who was that?
That was a spider.
Bro. What if that water? He tried pranking somebody else and short circuited. That mic.
Who was it?
It was proof. He owes somebody $350.
I think he should pay for it.
What if Hitch grabbed it at the time that he did and electrocuted Hitch?
And Hitch
was in a different state of mind than he is now.
So dead.
Something like that.
That'd be crazy for somebody to die off of USB power.
What if I just got super smart?
Are you implying that you're not super smart right now?
No, I'm implying that I'm like.
I'm just emphasizing for Hex so that way he doesn't worry that I'm not speaking into the mic.
Yeah, your pivot game is like.
It's a good pivot game for sure. I'm still in frame.
From this side, you look like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead.
I think that's a compliment.
Beavis was the brown-haired dude.
No, the blonde.
No, you're thinking of Butthead. I don't know. I never watched the show.
I don't know what name is worse, Beavis or Butthead. Which one would you pick?
Beavis. Butthead? Come on. A head of butt? No one knows these cartoons. They were so they were so good. Beavis and Butthead was legit the truth.
Like, I don't know. I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah. Well, you also used a picture of you next to a fern for over 5 years as your avatar.
I did. You know who's got the? Okay, we'll get sidetracked.
Okay,
that.
so
Diesel's the worst.
where the fuck did we start?
All right, so Blake and I,
Yeah.
we met through high school soccer, and then we played on two clubs. Yeah, we played on two club teams together and a high school soccer team together. And then he met George. Are you good?
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of something else. I'd go. Okay. My bad.
And then, George met Blake through soccer, and then they started playing. Or Blake had a 360. He was like, George, let's play.
Yeah.
So they started playing together, and then when I met Blake, he was like, you should play too, and then we started playing that way. So it wasn't like
So that's why you love Modern Warfare 2, because that was your first one.
and it's the best one.
It is the best one, 100%.
I disagree.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you disagree just shows how little you know about COD, which is it's fine.
It's nearly a racist
everyone-
comment almost at that point. Is the level.
So you guys brought on George as a token Mexican to your squad.
I didn't even know George. In fact, a funny story. I used to play before I even met George. I played with him for like 8 or 9 months before I even met him. And I was playing upstairs one day, and I had the old Turtle Beaches, like the really
X1s,
where you could
X2s?
yeah, X1. You could hear
Yeah.
everything that was going on in your headphones. So I would play, and I was like talking to Blake and talking to George, and George he's always had that really deep voice, like even since he was like 16.
Yeah.
And so we were all playing, and then my dad came up. My dad came up and like just was watching me play because he didn't like the fact that I played video games,
Yeah.
but he would like just see what I was doing every once
Yeah.
in a while. And then he went back downstairs, and and one day he was like, I got a question. Or what? He said, who is the 40-year-old guy that you're
you guys
talking
play
to? That you guys are talking to? Like, who's this old guy that you're playing with? And I was like, oh, he goes to the high school down the street. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I've known
So you guys
them.
didn't even go to the same high school?
No, Blake and I did. But
George did it.
did it. Yeah,
Let me
George
guess,
did.
he couldn't afford to go to a better high school, huh?
Well, they were all public schools, so.
Oh,
Wow.
very nice of
Thanks
you
for
guys.
dropping those racist
Yeah,
comments.
well,
No, it's not
You're
racist. It's
being-
friendly fire, first of all.
Yeah.
All right?
Racist
It's friendly fire. I have the card. Okay? Some people just like, oh, I got this card from this guy because he's my best friend. I am the card. Okay? I'm the card.
Well, George is
Right.
from Honduras,
Oh, my gorgeous.
so.
George is from Honduras.
Yeah. Oh my gorgeous.
So he's definitely not my kid then, because I don't think I've ever been with a Honduran.
You can't prove it though.
Yeah, I can't prove that either. So I guess we're in the same boat.
Right.
Yeah. People say that I'm their dad. It's not true. The only person in this world that can say that I'm their dad is Liv.
That's right.
And I've asked her several times to prove it, but she does it. I've asked Julie for proof. You know, like little by little, she doesn't. I don't think she. You guys have seen her. Does she look like me a little bit?
What were we talking about?
So
forgot.
anyway, so
World War II.
So what are we doing with World War II? Okay.
Oh, the minor league.
The minor. Are we calling it the minor league? We still haven't come up with a name.
We need something better.
You think
Minor's
so?
kind of like degrading in a sense, right?
Well, it should be.
You
'cause-
just offended every minor
league team for sure.
and any minority out there.
and any
Yeah.
and anybody under the age of 18.
Listen, Jay
Right.
marries a Mexican woman and thinks that he's got the card.
Yeah,
now.
you think you don't have the card, Jay.
Yeah.
Listen, you have to.
Do I not have the card though?
No, you do. You do.
Yeah,
But I
listen,
would never use it in the manner that you
more,
use
More
it.
importantly, you have my card.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're ever in a jam and there's like 5 Mexicans coming at you, be like, and here I come, bro. I come to the. And here I come.
That's perfect.
Here I come to your rescue, brother.
so you swoop
I'm
it on
like,
the hex
whoa, bájenle de huevos.
Yeah, see?
and then we all go to Los Fernandez, the
See,
greatest
why
Mexican
couldn't we
restaurant.
go have pizza? Why does it have to be tacos?
Well, because Los Fernandez is the best restaurant in the world.
Are you
Currently with tacos.
Do you like Mexican Tex-Mex food as well?
Love it. Love it. But we've been going to a place. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite food.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I think
Yeah.
we're friends. I think that's
Yo, real quick though, sitting in the middle of a podcast, I'll never do again. It is making me crazy.
Why?
This back and forth thing. I actually feel a little nauseous.
Do
Well,
you?
no, because if you sit here, you're gonna be like me. Like your neck's gonna crack
Oh yeah.
when
same.
you look this way.
Right.
Anyway, so we have this how to explain it? All right, so we have a minor league. Mm-hmm. Okay, obviously you have MLG,
Yeah.
and then you have minor league, which is pretty much Old Men of OpTic, Team Summertime, Pink Wall. Okay, which is a team that was started by Drifter, I think. Drifter and Legion created a thing called the pink wall because they were making fun of the green wall. And then Drifter's like, hey man, I was thinking of a sweet guy. I love Drifter and his big old wiener. He comes up to me at an event. He's like, hey man, I just wanted to check in with you. Are you okay with us calling ourselves the pink wall? Because it's kind of like, we're kind of like stealing from you guys, the green wall. And it was like
mocking you.
Yes, slash mocking you, slash like a parody. And I was like, what? No, man, no, you're good. Like I literally didn't think to anything about
They're
it.
having fun.
Let them have fun.
Anyway, so they did. They have the pink wall. So far, Omen of OpTic, TST, pink wall.
What's Benson's squad?
I don't know. Are we using Benson?
Are we using Benson? I thought Benson was part of this.
No, he needs to apply.
Well, I want to use Benson's squad. You want to use Benson's squad. Hex is terrified of them because that one kid dropped like 30 on you guys one time.
No,
He's
Paradigm's a
afraid
stream
of
watcher.
someone sitting in their spawn?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You know that.
Yeah,
No, that's
that's
why
true.
I don't want to play with them. What do they have to offer?
That's why whenever, like, we always play really well against you guys until Detrius gets really scared and then just doesn't leave spawn.
Yeah.
And then we have to adjust our play style.
Yeah. You got to play a dumb sniper with the confidence of a god like me. I'm just in your spawn no matter what. Bro,
Dying.
every route that I take right now is the same route that I would take with a sniper rifle.
Oh, same.
Yeah. Anyway, so far we have those 4. Oh, no, Predators.
Predator's team.
I don't know why Predator. All right, so Predator, OpTic Predator. He has a team also that has rated.
Kitty. Another
Kitty.
sniper.
Kitty.
I think he's in phase. I'm pretty positive he's in phase.
Okay, so Kitty, rated, who used to be an OpTic also, and somebody else. I don't remember. Oh, he used to be a pro player. I know his name. He plays hockey now.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I would definitely know if you said.
You know him.
No, I would definitely
Okay,
know. if
anyway,
you
so
said.
him. Sorry, man. Sorry for I apologize. But anyway, so far those are the teams, and we play these show matches, right? It's pretty much just content creators.
Yeah.
We were approached by MFAM, but look, I'm down to play Nick Merckx. I met him in person. Dude's cool as fuck, funniest. All fuck.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
one
good
of the
dude.
funniest.
Really
Yeah,
good dude.
I couldn't believe how funny the dude was.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people on Twitch and on YouTube, and they have this certain personality that's amazing and it's funny. But then when you meet him, it's like tuned down a little bit.
Right.
This dude is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
It's really, really funny.
Yeah.
Good
So
guy.
so him, and then Nate Shot said, "Yo, can 100 Thieves, play? I haven't played in a long time, but we said no pros.
I thought that was the same. Wait, does Nade not play with MFAM?
No,
He doesn't?
no,
I thought he did too.
no.
Oh.
He's not allowed to join. He can't join. It's not good enough." Anyway, so we have this rule that's no pros, yet we still allow like
Me.
above average people like Courage who plays with pros on a consistent level.
Right, and leaves
Courage is trash at boots.
Courage quitters.
the Courage Quitters. For those who don't know, in our last show match against the Pink Wall,
Yeah, this is
Courage
impressive.
left before the end of the first map. He was that Salt
tilted.
Lick
That's,
senorita.
and he was streaming too, wasn't he?
And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
look, he tried to push middle and crash. I went to Broken Wall where I usually go,
Noted.
and then I pop, pew pew pew, gone.
He was gone.
Anyway, so so that's the minor league. That's what we're playing. We
But
are
also, what Blake is super excited about is trash talking Dr. Disrespect because all he wants to do is play Dr. Disrespect in this new league. That's all he wants.
so Dr. Disrespect is also in the
Yeah.
but why?
Because Blake is Blake, all he does is edit videos,
Mm-hmm.
so he always has something going on in the background, whether it's like a documentary, and whenever Dr. Disrespect is streaming, it's always his stream.
Yeah.
So he's a huge Dr. D fan, and he just,
See, that's why we can't have like. That's what I mean. It should be like personalities and people who aren't gonna be like me.
oh, I mean, he's
I'm joking.
gonna, Blake's trash talk is pretty impressive. It's kind of like yours.
Ooh. But a little bit more cleaned up.
But
because-
his is definitely cleaned up and a little bit more like to the point and daggerish.
Yeah.
Like you'll say some stuff about Josh sometimes. It's like came out of left field. It still hurts.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have anything to do with the particular situation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Good.
But it still
anyway,
hurts.
the banter's top notch. I think it's one of the driving factors of
absolutely
of the league, because when I dropped back to back, double digits and an ace on this young man right here. It was good. I mean, I'm still talking about it right now as we speak.
That was when we 4-0'd you guys, or was
Yeah.
it 4-1 that time?
Yeah, 4-1. Listen,
Okay.
I cannot put the weight of the world on my shoulders and my team. But anyway, so yeah, that's something that's coming. World War II. I mean, it's popping off right now as we speak. Today we have a show match against Pink Wall. Tomorrow we're playing TST. We have to play Predators at some point or another, but we have been out of this world busy.
Oh,
I
can't remember the last time we played.
I have not been able to vlog, and I've tried. I tried 2 days in a row, and it's just I can't. There's no point. There's no point. It just drives me nuts that. So I put it on hold until soon.
It's probably my fault too, because I keep telling him I need him
To focus.
and because it's all good stuff that we have going on, but it requires a lot of focus. You know, when you're starting to hit that growth point. Yeah, it's good.
I can't remember the last time I vlogged either. Last time I vlogged was I shot a bunch of stuff at the DreamHack event, but then there was no internet in the hotel, so I was going to edit it, and then when we got back, that's when you were basically like,
yeah, same.
Snapping.
Same.
Snapdragon.
My computer can't pick up my new MacBook Pro. It's a piece of shit. I'm gonna be honest. Don't buy it. You know, stick to the old MacBooks. The new one is just trash. It doesn't recognize Wi-Fi. It doesn't it's just pain. You have dongles. Steve Jobs would never ever have allowed that piece of shit to be on the market.
I think so.
No, I don't know. I'm talking shit. Steve Jobs probably had like a book of everything that's being released for the next 20 years.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So my apologies, Steve. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Let's just jump right in. Just speaking of growing pains and points, we visited 3 serious cities. The other ones were just courtesy visits because the thing. So as esports continues to grow, and as for some reason, I don't personally agree with it, but some people want to follow the same traditional sports approach, which, you know, put everything in a colony. Okay, so you have what's it called? Where you like the Chicago Bulls instead of just the Bulls. Mm-hmm. You know, what's that called? They try to allocate a sport to a city. They try to marry a sport.
Just localizing, essentially.
Huh?
You're talking about localizing?
Yeah, localizing. Yeah. So I'm not a believer in that. I don't think 99.9% of the people that are in esports believe in that. There's a 1% that think that that's the way to do it, but I completely disagree. The segregation that you create with this is different. Like, we are in one of the suburbs of Chicago, but you'll never hear us call ourselves the Inverness Chicago, right? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Because what happens if somebody's in Palatine? It's like, oh, you know, well, we don't get along with. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so there's a lot of interest from cities to have an esports team or an esports organization that lives there. So we visited Detroit, we visited Atlanta, and we visited Texas over and over and over and over again since August.
Multiple places in Texas in the last year or so. So for a year straight, we've been up in the air about where it is that we were going to move. Nobody likes the cold here. I've paid my dues being here for 24 years. How old are you, Hitch?
24.
All right, 24. So I've been in winter since Hitch was born. Since Hitch was born. All right. I've lived through them, and I'm done. Jude finally, you know, was okay with moving, and I wanted to move to Texas because I have friends in Texas. I was born in Texas, and I can fish year round in Texas, which is just a luxury and opportunity that I would like to have if I want to do it. More importantly, I believe that the Texas market is so big. I mean, it's already a tremendous market for sports, traditional sports, big sports in Texas. So for me, it was like it was common sense that I wanted to be there. Rob from UMG is there. I don't know why I keep on calling him Rob from UMG. He's no longer from UMG. Hasn't been a part of UMG for who knows, so it doesn't matter. So we went back and forth. Detroit was awesome. We got a nice tour of the city. The people that we met there, top 10 smartest people that I've ever met. Like the group that we met, extremely smart. Atlanta, my God, bro. It was tough making the decision between Dallas and Atlanta after that visit, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Atlanta is a well-educated city when it comes to esports, right? And speaking to them, it's not so much about going to a city when you say, oh, we're in esports, and they're like,
what's eSports? You got to explain it to them a little bit. But
Yeah.
in Atlanta, they gave an analogy that said when you come here and you say you're in eSports, their response or the typical response from a local is, cool, what team? And when you see what they're doing with the different organizations out there, whether you're a publisher, a developer, a broadcasting company, it doesn't matter. There's a really, really strong synergy out there between the companies. So
yeah. Scoff's there. Obviously, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
My good friend Duncan is out of there.
the sushi, dude.
Yeah, the sushi's
MF
incredible.
Sushi.
MF Sushi.
Greatest.
Best sushi I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of
Same.
sushi. Smite's there.
Turner.
E-League. Yeah, Turner
Yeah.
E-League.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. It's crazy how many events. There's been a COD event there, DreamHack was there, and then also all of E-League was there. So
Yeah.
it seems like that is.
Yeah, but
a
you don't
really
even know,
popular-
bro. The places that we went to, there is a picture a one lane on a street, a one lane mini highway around the entire city that no cars can go on. It's just bicycles, running, walking.
Yeah.
It's called the belt.
The belt line.
The belt line, and it's just one lane of asphalt around the entire city. Okay,
awesome.
so like 10 to 15 miles just goes around the entire city. Okay, you can walk it, you can run it, you can boost it board, you can do it like legit. One of the coolest thing, and on each side you have shops, you have coffee shops, you have restaurants, you have yoga, actually like everything. It was legit, bro. Legit, such a cool city.
Right.
But
But
Texas, Lone Star State has mi corazón, mi heart, my heart.
text message.
Yo tampoco.
Yo.
Me either.
No? También. Dang it, man.
This guy
Sorry about that.
again.
You can take my card for a little bit.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell's amazing, dude. On our way home from Columbus, we should have been eating Taco Bell. Hitch wanted it bad. I was like 50-50. And
Yeah.
I really wanted Taco Bell.
was
But look, real quick on like the localization point, I agree with what you're saying that if you don't do it the right way, you're going to alienate other people.
And you can't do that in esports.
Yeah,
It's a global thing.
Look, we don't want to. I don't even think traditional sports want to do that either, right? In the back of their minds, right?
Yeah.
The more audience you have, the better. But there is some way that we have to embrace that to an extent, right? And it's never, just so you all understand, it's never to alienate anyone in the green wall. That is just kind of like our home, right?
I mean,
In some ways,
you're not
our home.
alienated now, right? We're
Yeah.
not in your town. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
It's a global thing, and it's not. So pretty much the reason I said it is because that's not the case.
Yeah.
At all. That's not it. I just wanted to be in a place where everybody can be within walking distance of each other, so we can separate work from life, in a sense. Because as much as this doesn't feel like work, coming from corporate America, you coming from corporate America, it doesn't feel like work, but it is at the end of the day. Yeah, it's important to differentiate both of them. And just because I work out of my house and I have the ability to see my daughter every single day, she can walk in anytime she wants. It kind of blurs the line between, are you really working when you have the ability to do what you want? And it is work. It's sometimes stressful, but very, very rewarding. And it's a dream job that I know what nobody here takes for granted. So the ability to say, yes, Formal, I understand you hate the winters here. Big timer, same. But Big Timer loves Chicago though, so I don't. It's not so much Big Timer, but everybody else. I just want to be again in a place where we can grow faster and faster and faster. And I think that this will be a surefire way to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a good place to call home. It's centralized in America, right? It's an easy flight.
Direct
to the
flights
east or
everywhere,
west. Yeah. It's freaking Texas, man. It's
It
got a
is.
good feel, dude.
Yeah.
Good feel. We got our barbecue place that we want to go to.
Rudy's, right? Rudy's. Mm-hmm. Have you, the times that you've been to Texas, and you have to come with us sometime next week to.
Yeah.
No, well, not next week.
Next week will be tough, although we kind of.
Well,
but he's going to be gone.
We
Yeah.
have
because he's at Disneyland.
But I will
Yeah.
go the next time.
Yeah.
The next trip, I'll
Okay.
100% be there.
So
Yeah.
we're going to go the week after next.
Yeah. So, if you guys are Texas natives, Dallas Metroplex natives, you guys are going to see us walking around. Don't be afraid to say hello. But if you see me eating, wait until I'm done. Okay? Please. Just saying. I'm not going to. So that's one of my pet peeves. No, not really. I know it doesn't bother me, but courtesy. I have a mouthful of cheese, and you want to come say hi? Come on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Favorite part about Dallas?
Oh man, there's a couple. Well, I've got family out there that's still out there. I think I'm most excited. I don't know, man. I think I'm most excited about all of us. I don't know if I should say that. That's a secret. We'll wait for that one. I have to default to Rudy's, bro.
Oh,
to the barbecue. Yeah, the jalapeno sausage, the best beef brisket. What was the cream of corn?
Cream of corn, the best ever.
Oh my gosh.
So, something that we don't have up here in the north.
Yeah.
If we can call ourselves the north. Yeah.
All the sports teams that are there.
Yeah.
The housing is great. No state income tax. I don't think I can give you one answer. I really don't think I can.
I did like the fact that when we met with the city, they said the same thing. We didn't have to educate them on esports.
That's true. That's always key.
Yeah.
So
the dude was very, very susceptible to it. He's awesome.
And even those representatives, they've been so helpful. The Dallas Chamber itself about wanting to connect us with other businesses and partnerships, and they're expediting. There's that real estate company we're working with. Roger Seeley's been awesome.
They see the potential, but more importantly, once you put an outline of what it is that you want to do, you see a very clear path as to why it's going to be a cool place.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard to not be romantic about this move because of what it's almost like a culmination of years of trial and error. Because this as much as it was a success, right? Living house and it was content first, and everything else later in a sense, because you can train from anywhere and it's gonna be fine. But it was the ability to live with somebody and be able to go to someone's room, knock on their door. It's easy, right? But now that you have a little bit of separation, I think it's gonna make content better, because you're not gonna be. I mean, just think about it. When you see somebody every single day, every waking moment, it kind of the magic is lost. That person's magic is lost. If Embos was to go make videos with Castro, for example, okay, that it would be different content as if they live together. For example, if they live together, that's not going to be, because you don't bounce off each other the way that you do.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it wasn't so much trial and errors as it was, iterations of the business growing to where it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've always wanted to have my own office.
I think you get to see everyone's personality in much different scenarios, right? With everyone kind of spread out, but in the same community. So you're not going to lose what's traditional and great about OpTic. I think you're going to actually see it amplified.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, for you, like from a vlogging standpoint, as much as it's fun to vlog in this house, it's a lot better when you can go explore a city and have different backdrops every single video. I mean, look at you can't do, as much as I try to do it here, everything's so separated that it kind of puts me in this little box that says, all right, what's your daily routine? You have to go to the scuff house. You have to do this. That's part of your day, and you can't fake it because it's your daily vlog. You can surely you can try to make it entertaining, but at the same time, you can't fake what you're living as part of the vlog, and that's always been like
that was probably my biggest issue with it. Is it got to a point where I was just recording nothing just to make it longer than 5 minutes so that people wouldn't complain that my vlog was short. Mm-hmm. But in reality, if I'm doing 4 things that are super boring and people don't want to see, then I have to I mean, there's a difference between doing something to make your vlog exciting and then there's nothing to do, so you force content.
Yeah.
And I found myself the beginning when I was here and I was a new face, it was I always had something. I could do a Q&A with somebody.
It was brand new too.
Exactly. But then I'd done Q&As 20 times with everyone in the house, and I had explored every aspect of the house, and I couldn't really leave in some aspects and go. I mean, where is there? We're not downtown.
Where is it to explore?
Exactly. So then I was just jamming, nothingness down the throats of the audience, and it's not. I can't stand putting out a vlog like that. So I had to stop.
Yeah. I always told myself that if I were ever to do a vlog, what would be different about it? And I would encourage you guys to think about this as well. just because of your surroundings, think about like if you could go and pick a topic but still tell the story, right? Because people like Casey Neistat say it's not so much about it's everything that matters is because you're telling a story from start to finish. There's so many topics out there in the world that you can go out and pick and figure out how to record and tell that story in some type of narrative, no matter where you're at. So I think you're going to see some of that evolution come through. I mean,
bro, it's like my audience has become accustomed to seeing fishing videos. So I'm going to incorporate that a lot more, that I have the opportunity to do that. But more importantly, I want my vlog to sort of be an advertisement for, and I know that people hate that, but I want people to know what the lifestyle is in the place that I live in. And right here in the suburb life is not that interesting, right? Yeah. I want to be able to say, I was like, all right, today we're trying a new restaurant. And how do we get there? It's like, well, it's right down the street. Take the boosted board. You're outside. It's not cold. It's not wet. It's not this. It's not that. It just makes it, I think it's going to be a little bit better in terms of an adventure, because you can go to different places every single day and not get tired of it, and you don't have to go an hour outside your zone to get that done.
Right.
Especially initially, like right as soon as we get there, everything's new. Yeah. Everyone's gonna want to see what the move is like through the eyes of everyone here. Like it's not gonna be, wow, 5 people put out a vlog today. Yeah. It's probably the same angle from all. It's like everyone has their own portrayal of how this move is about to go.
And so the beauty about that is that your starting point is going to be your apartment, not the same house that everybody's making their starting point out of.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you just dropped some knowledge that nobody had heard of yet.
What? They were doing apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's the separation of. We may have like a team house, maybe, for like one of the teams that's requesting it, but you know, I think that what the city allows for you to do is to separate again the entities that live there, and then just like create, and it also forces you to make your YouTube channel more about you than everybody else in the house.
Exactly,
and that's something that I personally have found like difficulty in doing. Right, like my vlog is me and the Scuff House, like vlog, which is cool, and that'll still be the thing. But more, I think that it'll be better for me if I can make it more about me because it's mine than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna use diversity to our advantage here, whether it's team houses or apartments, as we were discussing. We've got a whole new playing field, right? Yeah. And it's very, very diverse compared to the just like a suburb only type feel. There's no limitations from weather. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's kind of like a landscape that is ever changing, where you have all full blown access to, right? So that's gonna be fun, man.
And I'm excited to see what you guys do. And I've been tirelessly working on convincing other people to move there too. I mean, I won't. Obviously, go into the super details because I do think that there's an element to our lives and the way that we create content that benefits from blindsides, essentially. Like, holy shit, I never saw this coming.
Right.
But I think that if we and I use this term very loosely because I love the sound of it, but I think that building an esports utopia is like. It's like I need it to happen. I need it to happen so we can really everybody, so we can all say it's like we built something together that's fucking great.
Yeah, and we all are living it at the same time. I think that's important too.
Yeah,
I mean,
being a part of that narrative.
Think about this, right? Think about the if you wanted to do a video where you interview the public, right? You go up there and you're not pranking the public. I hate those. Not that I don't hate them. I just couldn't bring myself to do something like that. But if you have a topic of you want to say, it's like, hey, what is your favorite esport, to see what the public thinks of, you would have to go to the mall here. You couldn't step outside of your office and say, hey, or you couldn't step out of your apartment, or you couldn't step out of the restaurant that you're at, fire up the camera and a microphone and say, hey, what do you know about esports?
Right.
And just have like a public, a random people like questions, like even those sort of funny questions that you ask people. There's a good nightlife out there. You can't do that here.
Right.
And ask drunk people funny questions.
Yeah.
I mean, even more so is like it's something that you talk about a lot. It's like imagine being down there, everybody's in their own, whatever living situation, and then you go out to dinner and you run into 3 other OpTic people that are going to get dinner. It's like you really are just you own like you don't own that spot, but that's
we're gonna own that spot.
That's your spot.
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot, and I know the first time that happens to me, I'm gonna be like, there
This
it
is
is.
what it meant. Yeah.
This is what I meant.
Yeah.
Or it's like, yo, we're at this rooftop, is popping. Come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are kids allowed? No. Yes. All right, Jude, get Liv. Let's go. And then we'll Liv
Right.
would call Holly. Holly would, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's traditional work. It's a traditional workplace type of scenario, but in the most loosest term ever.
Right.
Because you have the ability to reinvent it, and that's what we've always been really good at reinventing something that's already there and offering our own little twist that offers something to everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm excited too to see the changes, and I'll leave it cryptic on purpose because there is a surprise element to it. The changes that we're going to be bringing to OpTic Nation itself, from the content to the ideation. Us 3 specifically have been working very close together over the past couple of weeks, and it has a lot to do with the move. It has a lot to do whether we were moving or not regarding some cool stuff. So that's going to be fun. That part I'm really looking forward to. It's a lot of work though.
That's really all.
Yeah.
That's all my like. I'm excited to move. I'm excited to get out of the cold. I'm excited to do other stuff. But that's like 99% of my brain right now. It's just the opportunities and the blank slate basically, and just filling it and getting everybody on the same page.
And you have to again. It's hard not to be romantic about what's happening because we just had a house a couple of years ago, almost 2 years ago. That was down the street, and then we took that same idea, made it bigger by getting a bigger house, getting more people in there, and then we expanded it yet again when we got the second house with the Counter-Strike team. That never came through. We spent a crazy amount on visas, and then I'm not. As I know, and people hate this, that you should be a boss and you should tell them what the fuck to do because you're paying them. But if somebody doesn't want to fucking move somewhere, I'm gonna
You're not gonna drag them.
I'm gonna take it into
hard.
consideration. Yeah. Anyway, so no big deal. That the house ended up not working, which is kind of sad because I think it really would have helped those our RCS team grow.
Absolutely.
So anyway, it doesn't matter.
Totally.
We're still gonna make that work, but in Texas. So I mean, if there are any questions regarding like who's moving, everyone, okay, how soon? It's gonna be gradual. What are we gonna be doing? Everything. It's gonna be
like we've been talking about content this whole time, and I think content's gonna take it's gonna be amazing, especially with the new
in parallel to eSports.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the another big thing is that we haven't even talked about the eSports side of it. If we have this office space and this studio. Then if the Gears team has a really important online match that they have to play, we have a Gears section in there. They all sit down, they can talk in live time, and then Aaron and I can be there to shoot it. And that's all eSports because we're giving them amazing internet.
It's your ability to
boot camping.
It's your ability to boot camp whenever you want.
Exactly.
And then Vision becomes Liddy McTitty, and we're good
again.
Okay.
I mean, it still is, but it's just
more consistent.
It's just
and okay, we should say that though. Actually, there's a consistency factor that's baking into it. So I really want you guys to understand that we read feedback and we take that feedback, which is serious, right?
Yeah.
We take it serious, but we also have our own ideas and vision for how we really blow this thing up and formalize it. So. There's a lot of logistics that come into play to make things more consistent, more accurate, more informative, and we're trying to be as transparent as possible, but also we don't want to lose the storytelling factor that we're really good at. And it's exciting. It's exciting to see where it's going to be. I want to have this conversation again 1 year from now.
Just even thinking from a live event standpoint, right? We just did the smooth competition at Top Golf. I think a little bit over 500 people signed up. Okay, and these are all 18 plus people. Okay, it would have been more if we were allowed to bring in younger people with their parents.
Right.
We only allowed, I think, 150. I don't remember the numbers.
For the fire code, we can only bring in 150. Yeah.
So just from that perspective, the ability to activate people, and people came. I think what's the farthest place that somebody came from?
I know people were driving like 5 hours.
Yeah, from Indianapolis and shit. Yeah. So the people will travel to say hello in person, and in Texas for us has always been a really good showing. Anaheim has been a really good showing.
Yeah.
So I know that from a meet and greet standpoint, I think that offers a lot to it as well.
Right.
You know, because it just, you're gonna see people, like, imagine being able to just see people that you see on a daily basis at your store, right? And it happens here now, and it happens a lot, but it won't happen as often as it's gonna happen down there,
Right?
Because it's so centralized, it's so close. I mean, think about how many people see, Casey Neistat riding through the streets of New York, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be sort of like, I mean, obviously he's huge and everything, but just being able to point and say, it's like, oh, that's him from OpTic, or oh, that's a Gears player from OpTic. Oh, that's that, and then what? I don't know. I have grandiose ideas and expectations and hopes for this move. And again, and I hate to sound like a hopeless romantic, but it's hard not to romanticize about what's about to happen. I'm so passionate about it. It's just good, Like, think about this just really quickly. Okay, think about this. If never mind, I was about to give something away that I didn't want to. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to romanticize it, but I think we're being fairly adamant about not overdoing that. Like when Proofy came, everyone was like, "Yes, Proofy's here, that's amazing." And then the three of us were like, it is a honeymoon period. We know that it's a honeymoon period. It's going to be that. And then things are going to calm down and then it's going to be just normal. And it's kind of gotten to that point, but we knew it was going to happen. But that's not how we're going into Dallas. We, like, the three of us want to hit Dallas hard.
Right.
And I think that's what we're going to do.
It's pedal to the metal. And for this process is going to weed out anybody who is not about this new lifestyle. What I mean by that, okay, is that certain leniency that has been awarded to people, it's no longer going to be the case. If you don't fit in, you don't fit in. You don't have to move out of Dallas, but you cannot be a part of this team.
You're saying it nice. Like, accountability is about to go nuts.
Yeah.
We have to, man. The brand has been successful, and now it's time to jump to that next level, right? It has to be very accountable. From management infrastructure, right? It's getting to the point where we need to really start thinking about that, and what does a career path look like in OpTic, and how does content fit in, and how does eSports team management fit in, right? So it's go time, man.
It's gonna turn in from what are you guys doing this week to this is what you guys are doing this week.
Yeah,
right.
And I think that's super important, and that hasn't happened in a long time.
And it's gaming and entertainment. So there's no fucking sick days. Okay, this isn't the mortgage world or banking world where you have sick days that you can cut off, because you got to do your job. Okay, and it's hard, but the alternative, it's not. So
I like what you said about weeding people out. I think you're spot on, and I think we're gonna start seeing talent that's more proactive. Right. I don't know if they can hear it. People are yelling in the background.
Proofy, shut up! We're doing a podcast!
And I have to pee really bad. We are going to find people that will be proactive in this process, right? So when people are usually when someone's getting weeded out, right, it's either going to turn someone on or turn someone off. Yeah. So what I want to see, like, building off of what you said, like, this is not only what you're going to be doing, but I think it's going to start to be they're going to be proactive to that process and say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I get the resources for this? Hex, can you help me with this? Jay, can we get this done? Hitch, we need you and your army of editors to film and record this for us. And so we need that collaborative environment.
I mean, think about it like this, and this is something that I've been pitching to.
Can I be the first person to go pee on a
Yeah, just go. Hex and I got this. Hex and I got this.
You know I have to, bro. I have to.
It's embarrassing. This is the last time you're. I've been drinking this. This is the last time you are appearing. You're appearing on a podcast. No bullshit. That lack of professionalism right there. Anyway, where was? Yeah. So think about being Mike, for example, right? A super fitness aficionado.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about OpTic Fitness and how that plays into. Imagine a tweet from Flamesword at. There's Flamesword.
Yeah.
Imagine a tweet from Flamesword at 9 p.m. on a Thursday that says, tomorrow, Friday, we're gonna meet at Elmwood Park. Come work out with me. He has his camera for his vlogging camera, and whoever shows up goes through the workout with him. It's a fucking mini marathon / triathlon.
Yeah.
It will look cool on video, dude.
Yeah. No.
And it would give them a chance to experience a workout from somebody who's obviously very fit, and at the same time they get to meet Flamesword.
Yeah.
And you build this sort of community, okay? And you really show, traditional sports how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's certain barriers that you couldn't do in traditional sports that you can do here, right? You would never see a LeBron James saying, "Hey, meet me at the Y. We're gonna shoot free throws."
Yeah.
But if he did, he says, "Hey, I'm gonna go shoot free throws. I need somebody to feed me the ball." There's gonna be tens of thousands of people that show up to just pass him the ball so he can shoot. So he never has to run to go get the ball, and it would happen. And the same thing could happen here, and just at a smaller level, right? I tweet out on a Friday, I'm barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? I'm barbecuing at Elmwood Park. Is there an Elmwood Park in Texas? I don't even know.
It sounds like
it sounds good.
I'm barbecuing at Elmwood Park on Sunday. Come through. Maybe some of the OpTic guys will show up and eat too. Like, bam, community, man.
Yeah.
It's all about community. It's all about, again, grandiose.
Community content and eSports. That's basically the three things about this move. And I think we've never done like community stuff, or not never, but it's not really available where we are now.
We'll just be better at it.
Yeah. And we've had our rise and falls in content, and then obviously our eSports has always been pretty solid. So.
Yeah, you can't enjoy the rises if you've never fallen, though.
Right.
I think people always forget about that fact, right? Like if OpTic didn't mess up at times, if OpTic didn't have its bad times, those wins would not be that enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't be enjoyable.
It's like every time that the old men of OpTic win a map, like it's just that better because you guys lose so much that like whenever you guys,
I have great ideas for new editors. Do you want to talk about it after this?
So we're looking for new editors.
Okay? Look for one specifically.
One. Listen, vision, just music, transitions. But yeah, no, I've always been a big fan of adversity because I say this more than everybody in OpTic has heard me say this, and I may have said it in the videos. Like when you go skydiving, you don't remember the landing, unless you break your bone. But you don't ever, unless if you die, you seriously don't remember. But you don't remember the landing, right? What you remember is that period of you falling. That fear, that excitement, all of that. And I attribute everything that we do to that. The landing is when we're succeeding. That's us on the floor.
Yeah.
When you're landing though, that's when you feel alive because you have to figure something out. You have to figure out how you're going to get to the landing. And again, that journey is the journey. It will always be more exciting than the destination.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And it's guaranteed to be like a roller coaster, right? There's times that are high and low, like we were just saying right now. And I don't know, man. It absolutely makes us better in everything that we do.
Yeah. I
Like
agree.
the challenging conversations that we have to have internally, all of that stuff, man. You're right. That's part of the fall, man.
Yeah. And the fall is fear and then excitement and then the landing. And I think there was a period, I don't know about you guys, but I was in the fear period for a little bit, and now I'm getting into the excitement, like really excited.
Yeah. And then again, you're always going to remember like how hard you worked to get to the place,
and that strengthens you to do that. It's like bodybuilders, right? They you feel the soreness, but then you get the reward of being stronger. Anyway, but before we get too philosophical into that,
How many metaphors did we just?
What are we at?
50 minutes.
All right, I think we're good. Unless you guys have any closing comments, I have to go pick up Henry from daycare. Jude is very into the social aspect of everything, right? So even though we homeschool Liv, she still puts her in classes where she socializes with kids. It's not, we're lucky enough to be able to homeschool her, right? But more importantly, we're lucky enough to be able to say we don't have to follow the traditional educational system where what the fuck what do they teach, right? I got taught nothing in high school that has helped me in this. For the most part, I've been self-taught in everything that I do. But same thing with Henry, right? Henry is my Great Dane Mastiff, fucking beautiful dog. She takes him to daycare so he can learn to interact with dogs of all sizes instead of just the 4 little pricks that are running around,
just whopping him around like Hodor, bro.
Yeah, so I have to go pick him up. Jude went to the Real Madrid game today.
What?
Yes, and her mom got picked to meet the entire Real Madrid team and meet the president of the Real Madrid. Yes, except for Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't come. The United States is too good for Ronaldo.
Sounds pretty rigged.
Ronaldo's too good for the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to. Okay, now.
Yeah.
That's random.
Yeah.
I was
That
not.
is random.
Wait, where's Real Madrid playing?
Soldier Field, where the Bears play.
Oh. Why? Who are they playing?
It's a tour. I have no idea. Jude said, "Yo, I'm fucking going over here," and I was like, "Whoa."
Whoa. I was like, whoa.
Wait, aren't you guys a Barca family?
No, Real Madrid.
Oh, for
She said,
real?
I'm going to like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm a West Ham fan, but they love Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Because I wore a Barca shirt one time, and they were like, oh.
Yeah, her sister is part of like a what do you call those clubs? I guess a firm.
Like a fan, yeah,
Like a fan club.
Fan club, yeah.
Yeah, and she's got like 7,000 followers on Instagram because she goes to every single game and makes like snippet blogs about it.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Cool.
That's why she moved to Spain. That's why she lives in Spain. Anyway, neither here or there. Anything else, boys?
No, man.
I think
Just
good.
be ready. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, do not miss next week's Vision. It's gonna be live streamed. Oh shit, dude.
Don't you hate it when people say stay tuned and stuff still? Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, sort of, man. I'm just like, I get anxious anytime we're going to make an announcement, let alone fucking,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
I get you.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. As always, leave a like up if you enjoyed it. If you guys are watching.
It's like stay tuned and tuning in, Anyways, go. We'll talk about it later.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
All right. You got to pee again?
I pissed on the seat and didn't wash my hands. I have no regrets.
Don't touch the microphone. All right. Anyway, as I said, thank you for tuning in. As usual, we're going to try to, with 3 weeks in a row that we've been consistent with the podcast. And thank you for arranging it because we were about to skip this week.
Yeah.
Too much shit going on. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, thumbs up. All of our info is going to be in the description if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and MySpace. Bringing it back. Justin Timberlake and I spoke and said they're doing film. Anyway, Hitch, hit him with the music.